What's up guys, the Lazy Goldmaker here, back with another video on 9.2. And in this one we're going to take a look at the Enlightened Reputation, what you need to do to maximize your reputation early, when you can get the rewards. Particularly we're caring primarily about the new recipes, and sort of what an optimal farming style is looking based on what we know right now. The patch isn't quite out yet in NA, but it'll be out very soon. So let's take a look. Now, the first thing we have to cover is the fact that still, as of right now, I'm a little bit unsure about how much rep you're actually getting from the different activities. Mantheus published a video a day ago where he is using, for one of the weeklies, he's using 250 rep per weekly. But in all of the information I can find on Wowhead, that quest is claimed to give 500 reputation. Now, I haven't personally played enough on P2R to know. But if you haven't checked out Mantheus' video, you can already check that out. It's a great one. But what his conclusion then is that if his numbers are correct, then you won't be able to get to revert in time to unlock Unity without actually having to farm rares, which goes contrary to what Blizzard has claimed that we're gonna get. Which is why based on what I'm seeing, I'm guessing that you're getting 500 for the bi-weekly quest. That's the assumption I'll be going under, but there is a potential that this is incorrect, and that thus my entire analysis will be incorrect, but we're hoping that it's the right one. So my primary source for everything that I'm using is this one, the Enlightened Reputation Guide on Wowhead. This was published, or last updated, 21 hours ago. So we're assuming that this is fairly good. Wowhead is usually good at keeping the information up to date. Now they have some numbers here. They've calculated the numbers. I've also calculated this, but I only care about Honored because that's where we get the recipes. At Honored, you get the Crafter's Mark recipes, Crafter's Mark 4, Crafter's Mark of the first ones, and you need Honored plus finishing Chapter 5 of the 9.2 campaign to get the recipe to craft rank 7 legendaries. So that's what we care about. Now, what do you get reputation from? Pretty simple. You get it from doing the campaign, doing the quest chapters that unlock every week. So you want to do that. That's a one-off. And then there's a bunch of daily and weekly activities that give you reputation. There are world quests. There are 3 world quests total available. Once you unlock the casual understanding from the cipher of the first one. So you want to unlock this one as soon as possible, so you can get the full 375 reputation every day from world quests. Daily quests have a random chance of giving a little bit of Enlightened Reputation, 75. Now this might actually turn out to be relevant based on my current numbers. This is actually going to be relevant. So definitely you will want to check the dailies every day, and if any of them give the 75 rep token, then you probably want to do those. Then you can kill rares. There are a total of 29. As far as I know, they are not all up every day. It's like Korthia, where some rares aren't available every day. So you won't be able to get 290. Most of them give 10. There are some of them that give 15. Probably you can kill about 20 if you full try hard, for about 200 rep a day. Then there is the weekly quest, or the bi-weekly quest. You get this every 3 days. The patterns within patterns. And this is the big question. Based on Wowhead, the entry in Wowhead, this one gives 500 reputation per. Mantheus in his video is using 250 rep per and 500 per week. We'll have to see. If it's 500, then I'm assuming 500 in my analysis in this video. Lastly, we have the World Boss. He gives 200 reputation and is not available week 1. We have to wait for the raid and the new M+ season to start before he becomes available. So that means that's 200 rep a week after that. And then obviously it's the one-off chapters. Now, what we can do then is just slam all this into a spreadsheet, and obviously I've already done so. So here we have the data. I've outlined a couple of different approaches to farming this. We have here, this is if you go full try hard and farm 200 rep worth rares every day. Then this is roughly the amount. Actually, we're probably underestimating a little bit because you might get in 1 extra bi-weekly quest. But that doesn't matter much. What we care about is when we hit 900 rep. As you can see, based on this, we would hit just under 900 rep on day 8, the first day of the second reset. But it's 150 reputation off, which means that if you get the human bonus, if that works, I don't know, then that's going to put you over the line. Or if you get two of these days, 2 times over all of these days, you get the daily quest with a 75 rep token, then you'll be 9k and honored on day 8. That's the absolute best case scenario. It's completely impossible to be honored before day 8. So you have to wait for the first reset, you have to wait for these extra bonuses to unlock pretty much to have a chance. So this is relevant if you want to be first to market with Crafter's Marks. If you're planning to get into the Crafter's Mark market, you want to farm as much rep as you can be bothered doing. Obviously, the sooner you can get those onto the auction house, the better. You'll be able to buy Progenitor Essentia before demand really kicks off, so you might be able to get those cheaper. And at this point, no one is going to have an item above 252. If you get it on day 8, it'll be a significant upgrade for everyone going into the raid. Or going into the new season of M+, where they're going to want to push, and any item level is going to help. Then we have a slightly more slacky version. You're killing about 10 rares. This is probably what you do if you just don't want to spend hours in Zereth Mortis, but you just do the weekly quest, the world quest, and you kill any rare you see pop up on the way. I think that would give about this variant, and that would put us at honored on day 10. You get it a day or 2 later, which isn't going to be huge in the grand scheme of things. At this point, there's still going to be significant demand for item level 262 gear, which is what we care about. Lastly, if you're just doing daily stuff, you're not killing any rares, you're just doing your world quests every day, and the bi-weekly quest, the patterns within patterns, then you'd be honored at day 12. Actually, you could stop farming here, day 11, because you have to finish this chapter as well for legendaries. So this is, if you just care about legendaries, you can literally just do your world quests every day. Then you can stop doing world quests on day 11 and just do the chapter quest that unlocks on the third reset, which you have to do anyway. Gives you 500 rep, puts you over the top. You want to be at 8,500 before the third reset if you're just planning to do legendaries. So I've summarized this or visualized it as well. Obviously honored, that's what we care about. And you can see here the bi-weekly quests and the resets give some huge chunks upwards in reputation. The difference between doing some rares or going full try hard and just killing whatever you can and see and just not spending that much time in Zereth Mortis, it's about 2 days, so not huge. And then if you just want to do the dailies and you're just looking for the legendary recipe, then you need to do about 11 days worth of world quests and keep on top of the patterns within patterns quest. Essentially, that's all you need to do. Which means that you can take a day or 2 off if you have some crafters that you're just planning to do legendaries on. You don't have to be in Zereth Mortis every day. You can take some days off, and that's pretty important. So if you're doing Crafter's Mark gear, then I definitely farm as much rep as possible, just whatever you can do. Now, personally, I'm not going to be on this top full tryhard line at all, because this 2-day extra just doesn't make much sense to me, because I have multiple crafters. So I would rather have 4 crafters ready here than have 1 crafter ready here, and then 3 more crafters ready at the end of next week. Since all of this is daily capped, you'd want to get the easy gains on as many crafters as you have if you have multiple crafters. It's probably a lot better to get 2 crafters worth of Crafter's Marks ready at day 10 than just 1 at day 8. At least that's my personal opinion. So my plan is essentially, tomorrow when the patch launches, I'm going to go and do the intro chapters on all of my characters if I can. That's going to be a lot of intro chapters. You should not do the skip if you're farming reputation. Don't do the skip. You lose way too much rep, and you need to do like 5-6 days of of world quests to make up for it. That's going to put you back 5 days, essentially. So not a good idea. So I'm going to do the initial chapters on all 3, and then I'll do the world quests on all of my crafters. And that's the priority for day 1. Day 2, I'll try to finish off the bi-weekly quests on any that didn't do it day 1, do the world quests, and do some rare farming. And then I'll just keep doing that, filling the bi-weekly quest, which is not a huge priority to do on everyone on day 1. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you do this day 1, day 2, or day 3. You still get the same rep. Day 1, the most important part is just get through the introductory chapters. Do your world quests at least on all of your crafters. You don't have to kill too many rares. Just kill rares if you can. But the most important part is to get all of your characters that you're planning to farm reputation through the initial chapter and do the world quests on day 1. Anything else is a bonus. And that's the big effort that you will have to put in day 1 if you really want to be optimized. And then you can slack a little bit more, but due to the fact that so much of the reputation is from this line right here, this is probably about half the reputation you need to get to Honored is going to come from the world quests, so every day you miss out, that's going to be a significant loss. So do your world quests every day, and then you should be fine. I'm not sure exactly how much effort is needed for the patterns within patterns, but overall I think you'll pretty easily fill that out, and then you just do. You'll get there. So yeah, as I said, the faster you can get to Honor, the better if you're planning to do Crafter's Mark gear. If you're just planning to do legendaries, you can just chill a little bit. You don't have to kill a single rare. Just do your world quests. You don't have to do world quests every day even. And you can, if you figure out you're far behind or a little bit behind after the first reset, you can farm rares and catch up. Yeah. You'll still have a lot of, as you can see here, the potential gains from just doing the dailies. You'd be about 2,500 rep ahead of what you need to be. So I'll keep you posted if anything changes. That's the big question. Is my data correct? Is Wowhead correct? Is what Mantheus said correct? I don't know. We'll see when the NA servers come up. Let me know. And then if needed, we can very easily update this analysis with a different reputation gain from this patterns within patterns quest. But the same information is going to hold through most likely regardless, which is if you're just planning to do legendaries, you don't have to farm rares to any significant margin. If you want to do Crafter's Mark, then you want to kill as many rares as possible. The only consideration is balancing time if you have multiple characters that you want to craft on. So yeah. Hopefully you're looking forward to getting into Sereth Mortis this next week. We're pretty much not going to do anything exciting in the new patch outside of rep grinding. But then in about 9 days time, then we'll have the new recipes ready to rumble, and then things are going to be exciting. So hopefully this was useful. If it was, leave a like, leave a comment. Also check out Mantheus' video. He has a slightly different take. There should be a link in the description. And we'll see you in Sereth Mortis. Thanks for watching, guys.